guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. If you are not yet a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. Follow me on this journey to online business success. My name is Mr. Patrick, and in today's video I want to share with you practical steps to designing your online business brand from start to finish. There are literally more than 1,000 people who do what you currently do as a business owner, what you currently do as an online business owner. There are thousands of copywriters, there are 1,000 social media managers, there are a lot of virtual assistants, there are a lot of graphic designers, videographers, any kind of online business whatsoever. There are more of them now than they were a few years back. What I'm trying to say is this: you're not the only one who is working so hard to get your online business out in the open. You're not the only one who is working so hard to build a personal brand on social media, or to get the word out about what you do. Thoughtfully crafting your brand is the key to differentiating yourself and building a distinguishing online business for yourself. Listen, I know that, I'm not the first person that will speak on this topic. You've probably heard, you have watched, you have listened to, you have read so many topics surrounding this issue. But unless you start to work on it, you will not see or experience any growth. You won't experience the growth that you desire in your business. Like I said, there are thousands of people doing what you do. And the key to setting yourself apart is to thoughtfully craft a brand for that online business. All right, so maybe you are lost or maybe you are confused, you don't know where to start from. Don't worry. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the practical steps to take in crafting a distinguishing brand for your online business from start to finish. The first thing you want to do is write out your purpose statement. This is actually the first thing you need to do to get clarity. Your purpose statement or your mission statement describes what you actually do in your business. It helps you to explain or express what your business is about. And when you're writing it, don't write anything too fancy. Just a few words, between 15 to 20 sentences. So for instance, my own purpose statement is that I help career professionals who cannot wait to bolt from their 9-to-5s build online businesses. So that's not more than 20 words, I think. So what it does is it helps people understand what I do. So writing the purpose statement expresses the purpose of your business, and it helps your audience or your customers know what you actually do. That way, people who are not your target audience won't even bother coming to you for help. So for instance, if you look through my Instagram page, if you look through my Twitter account, it is clearly written on my bio what I do. So people who are actually in that target market, people who want to move from corporate to online business, are those that will come to me. So you want to make sure that it is boldly written and clearly spelled out for yourself, your team, and also for your target audience. The second thing you want to do is to create your target audience biography. Now, I came across this word a few months ago, and it was really amazing because I didn't have a word for it. You know how we would just list out bullet points of what our target audience is? For instance, their age, their interest, their occupation, their marital status, just bullet points and just, jumble everything together. So writing out your target audience biography helps you to spell things out in detail. Instead of using bullet points, you now write a real story of who they are. It's as if they are your very close friend, somebody that you know very well. So you know what their interest is, you know their demography, you also know their psychographics, that's their goals, their aspirations, the challenges that they have. These are the things that you write out. You've read a biography before. You should know what a biography is. You are writing out the story of that person. So that's what you should do for your target audience if you want to get clarity. The third thing you want to do is to develop your brand voice. So your brand voice is your brand's personality. And in today's competitive business world, it is very easy for your voice to get lost in the noise. So you want to be very, very strategic and deliberate when you're crafting a voice for your brand. So do you want your brand voice to be confident? Do you want it to be positive? Do you want it to be humorous? Do you want it to be funny? For instance, me, I think I like to add a bit of funny to my brand, even though I don't really consider myself funny. But it depends on your personality, the personality that you want to evoke. Also, it could be emotional, it could be proud, whatever it is you want. Just make sure that you have a voice for your brand. This voice must run consistently through all your communications through all your platforms. So social media, website, emails, blog posts, adverts, no matter what it is, your brand voice must not change. It must be consistent across all platforms. So for instance, if you talk about Coca-Cola, if you talk about Nike, for instance, Nike is about positivity, confidence, encouragement. If you talked about Coca-Cola, you would see that in their communication, their voice is about friendliness. If you talk about Indomie, for instance, their voice appeals to family. So it's witty, it's fun, it's friendly. You want your brand voice to be consistent across all your materials. The fourth thing you need to do is to create your visual elements. Now, when people are trying to craft a brand for their online business, the first thing they do is to start creating logos, creating pairing colors, pairing fonts, and things like that. But what you really need to do is do those first three things. They will guide you on how to go about creating your visual. So for instance, you know who your target audience are. You know the colors that will appeal to them. And if you don't know, you have to find out. You should know the fonts that will appeal to them. Okay, you have the biography of your audience. You are clear about your purpose. You should know the colors that you want your brand to speak. So usually when it's time to start creating visual elements like that, like logos, color, font, there's always a lot of pressure on the designer or on you if you are the one designing it. But to avoid it, you want to do a few things. So the first thing is create an inspiration board. You can create an inspiration board on Pinterest. Just make the board a secret board. Or you can put it on a folder in Canva. So what the inspiration board would have is designs, pictures, flyers, colors, logos of other people that you find inspiring. So you assemble them together so that they give you inspiration when you want to start designing. Then the second thing you want to do is, after you have done a rough sketch of all these things, take a second look at the things that you have done and ask yourself, the people in this target, this logo, does it represent this business enough? Does it represent the purpose of this business? Will the people in this target market see this logo and still go ahead to make the purchase? Now, when you have done that, you want to now refine everything. So for me, I didn't hire a designer to do them myself. I didn't hire a designer to do them for me. I designed them myself. I designed my logo. I picked my colors myself. And when I first started my online business, I picked white and magenta. So then I asked myself, okay, magenta, everything. I think magenta is like purple, right? Everything is just purple and white. Is it really appealing to the people that I want it to appeal to? I want my design to be so highly visual. But if you have the budget, you can totally go for a designer to help you create all of these things. So on the issue of colors, if you want to know how to pick the right colors, first of all, list out primary colors and secondary colors, right? Know what primary colors are, know what secondary colors are, know what you want to go for. Colors are very, very powerful communication tools for your brand, and many people don't know this. They just go ahead and pick colors. So I like yellow, let me pick yellow. I like pink, let me pick pink. So I liked pink, and I also researched pink, and I know what pink means, right? Those who use white and blue in their brands know what blue means. Blue signifies trust. That's why you see that a lot of banks use white and blue, because they want us to trust them, even though some of them are not trustworthy. So you want to research what colors mean before you jump ahead and pick colors for your brand. So once you have picked colors, you will now decide which one you want to use as your main color, which one you want to use as a secondary color. What I mean by this is, if you look through, let me use my own Instagram page, for instance, you see that this color is the main color, while this color is the secondary color. So the main color, which I also call the primary color, is the colors that is the bolder one, is the one that is it shows up more, right? While the other color, the secondary color, comes in, as background and all of that. After you have picked your colors, the next thing you want to do is pick your font. Know how to pair the right fonts. Like I said, your fonts must be readable, it must be legible, it must make sense, it must not be too fancy. I actually spoke about how to pair fonts in my BYDB course. You can, get it. Just click on the link in the description. I talked about all these things in detail. So the last thing you want to do in crafting your brand is to create a style guide. So a style guide is a document that contains all of the things that I have talked about from point 1 to point 5. And also know that this is, if you really want to go in depth into this thing, I suggest that you take the Build Your Digital Business course, link in the description. and also read more on each of these things that I've spoken about. You can also check through my videos. I think I've spoken about some of these things in the past. So you need a style document. A style document is a document that contains everything from beginning to the end so that other people can help you work in your brand. Also, for instance, if you forget some things, maybe you forget the duration of your logo, you forget your color codes, it is already in your style guide. You can just refer to it and use them. You can send them to your designer, you can send them to your partners, you can send them to your collaborators, you can send them to brands. So it holds all the necessary information on how to properly communicate your brand. So doing all these things, building all these wonderful things is good. But if you do not have a niche, if you've not properly chosen a niche for your brand, I suggest you watch this next video to show you how to pick the perfect niche for your brand. I'm going to be stopping here in this video. If you've loved this video, comment in the comment section. Let me know if I should do another kind of this same topic. And like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.